Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, my other host right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Drop some comments below. Let us know your thoughts. Today we are talking national championship, baby.
It's finally here. The two teams we always predicted were going to be there. None of us were hating on Notre Dame at all season.
Who?
we
Who?
did we did say Ohio State was the best team. They were going to make it. So 1 for 2 is not bad. But this week, Notre Dame, Riley Leonard, Marcus Freeman leading the charge. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a way better game than when I initially saw as Notre Dame Ohio State. I think it's gonna be way better than I initially thought because I was thinking Ohio State's gonna, blow them out of the water. But the way that Notre Dame has played in this playoffs has been really impressive with that defense and with the offense, to be fair.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that a lot of people are predicting a Ohio State blowout. I think let's pump the brakes on that. I mean, realistically, Texas put out a blueprint as far as how you need to cover Jeremiah Smith. And Notre Dame has better defensive backs. Notre Dame has a better overall defense than Texas does and is more consistent throughout the year. And on top of that, they don't have a quarter. I mean, I don't think that right. If I had to put them both up, I'd be like, okay, well, I'd rather choose Quinn Ewers. But Riley Leonard has actually played a better style of football the entire year. He's more athletic. He is not as inconsistent and doesn't turn the ball over. I think that he understands that he doesn't need to be Superman, and Quinn Ewers at certain times does do that. And I mean, we just seen like that was the deciding factor on the goal line for Ohio State is that, Texas, they pitched it because they didn't really know what to do. And then after that, Quinn Ewers gets the sack strip fumble and it's over. And so I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, this entire year, Notre Dame has taken really good care of the ball. I think it's going to be a pretty close game.
And like, here's my argument for Notre Dame is Will Howard is huge for Ohio State in this game because there has been times where he looks extremely, extremely average.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to fly against this really good Notre Dame, this really great Notre Dame defense. And Riley Leonard, like you said, he's not going to turn the ball over. They are going to be coming at you in so many different ways, running the ball with the quarterback, running the ball really well with Love back there. And like Leonard's been throwing. So he's been really efficient in that regard. Will Howard, if he just goes out there and he's not letting it loose and he's being really inconsistent and missing throws, like how many opportunities are they realistically going to get in scoring range for this Ohio State offense with that Notre Dame defense really locking them up?
Yeah. And to speak to that, I think that this needs to be a different approach to it. I mean, realistically, as I said before, Notre Dame has a better defensive backfield than Texas does. And Texas was able to lock up some of those receivers. I think that you have two, if you're Ohio State, you have two guys at running back that are just straight up dogs. Why not unleash them? Let's just go ahead and I know people are going to be like, okay, well, that's what they did against Michigan. Hey, this is a different style. Like we need to establish the run first, and then we'll kind of bring it over the top. I think that this is going to be a huge game for the Ohio State offensive line. They need to establish their dominance early because, I mean, realistically, Notre Dame is still missing two key pieces on that defense, probably their best two players. And so let's go at them. Let's go straight down their throat. Let's run it. Let's establish it. Let's get up on them early, and then we can take the top off.
Yeah, and I mean, let's face it, Ohio State has been really amazing in this playoff. Like they walked through Oregon, which I thought was gonna be their toughest game of the season, and I mean, they're the paper champ right now. Like they have every position loaded. Notre Dame, on the other hand, I thought Penn State was gonna be a lot better, with Drew Aller back there, and we saw how it went when they needed a go ahead drive and they were forced to throw against this Notre Dame defense. So that's what worries me about this Will Howard situation. But does Ohio State have someone on the level of Abdul Carter coming off the edge who's going to wreck every play? And like that's what Notre Dame's offense was dealing with last week, and I just don't think they handled it. They fought through it, and I don't think Ohio State's going to bring that same type of energy where every play is getting wrecked. You have to worry about one guy. It it's going to be more of a team effort, but that's what you kind of need against this Notre Dame. You need someone to get to Riley Leonard and disrupt this run game.
I don't even think they need that dominant pass rusher in this game. I'm the opposite of you. I think that Ohio State has such speed on the defensive side of the ball that plays actually better against a Riley Leonard who is going to be hitting the outside, who you can spy and kind of take after it, because those linebackers and even those defensive backs, they will hit and they are fucking fast, dude. They will get after him. I don't think that it makes a big difference that they don't have like this dominant guy that's at pass rusher. I think overall the team speed is going to kill Riley Leonard on that. If he tries to get outside the pocket, if he tries a delayed quarterback draw, I think that they're going to get him so fast.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, and then Judkins and Henderson is really, like you said, going to be key for me. They can take it to the house. We saw at halftime, going into the half, little
Yeah.
screen in a way. And then, I mean, not even, I feel like we're not talking about the coach staff now because Chip Kelly for Ohio State has been amazing. He's been out coaching the other side that they're going against in this playoff consistently. And it's been impressive.
Okay, one on that. Yo, I don't know if you caught this. It might have been pregame during one of the games. I can't remember if it was before Ohio State took on Oregon. I think it might have been then. But they were talking about it and they were like, hey, well, Chip Kelly came in and typically he plays this fast style where it's like, all right, well, we just had to play. Let's get back to it. We need more snaps. We need more snaps. He said they took the opposite approach this game or this year, the entire year, because, it was before Texas. It was before the Texas game. They took the opposite approach and they stayed in the huddle longer because they wanted to have less snaps on offense, because they knew that they were going to be playing an extended season like they haven't seen before. So they're like, we want to be fresh going into it. And they actually said that they had the Ohio State offense had played 80 snaps less than the Texas defense did, which is crazy to be that much fresher, like a full game fresher and not have a bye week, like one of the top seeds. That's crazy, dude.
I think that explains a lot because there was a lot of games where they were playing lesser opponents and they came out and it seemed like so flat and they didn't really start blowing out the team until the second half. And they just were like, there were some games where they started slow and it was like, is this random team gonna, you know, compete with Ohio State this week? I'd have to look at their schedule, but there was like a specific game where they were like 20 something point favorites. And I was like, maybe I think it was against Marshall or something. Marshall was hanging in there really
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, it was against Marshall. And we both we were texting about it, like, what is going on here? But they ended up blowing them out, I believe, right?
Yeah, second half Ohio State is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think that was done purposely. I don't want to say they were sandbagging it, but essentially they kind of were. I mean, they didn't really care as long as they knew they were still going to make the playoffs. And I think like that kind of thing is like thinking 2 steps ahead. And would you be surprised if we saw them come out and go hurry up and like start to be more classic Chip Kelly? Because now we know that they are fresher than this Notre Dame team.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all, especially like the Oregon game in the playoffs against Ohio State really opened my eyes a lot because of how fast Ohio State got after them. And they just brought this energy that was like, yo, no one is beating this team today. Like no team on the planet in college football is touching this Ohio State team that came out And if they come out like that, firing on all cylinders, like let's say like this Notre Dame offense can't keep up.
It's going to be a very, very good game. I think that it's going to be a little bit more even than people believe, but I think I still have to give the edge to Ohio State. I mean, we've seen what their A game is, and if they come out and play their A game, they can beat pretty much anyone in the country, and I believe that like they will be ready for this game.
Ohio State 8.5 point favorites. If they lose this game, are they calling for Ryan Day to get fired again?
I don't think so. I mean, you see again, you've seen maybe you might because you're like, all right, well, we've seen that
Like,
this team
what's
could
the
should
excuse?
beat
Like, they
anybody.
have everything. They have everything laid in front of them. They have all the tools. They have, I think, like not the. If you would have said Notre Dame is going to be the toughest matchup, like I would have been like, really? Like before I saw Oregon got blown out, like Texas, I would have been maybe. I know we were high on Penn State. Like there was a lot Georgia, if they had their quarterback still. Like there was a lot of teams that I was like, I'm willing to bet over Notre Dame. And yeah, they've had a really impressive run, but I don't know. I would say 9.5 times out of 10, I'm picking Ohio State to beat this Notre Dame team.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I actually I do believe that this Notre Dame. Oh shit. This Notre Dame team does have a very real path to win this game just based off of the style of play they have. They have a staunch defense, and realistically, the offense just doesn't make mistakes. They keep themselves in the game, they keep themselves within striking distance. And Riley Leonard looks like a bad quarterback a lot of the times, but during crunch time when it is needed, like, and you need a play, he will actually get that play done.
Yeah, I mean, you have anything else on this game?
No, I'm so excited. Monday, that's all. It's all about the national championship for me. Like I'm going to from the start of the day. I'm waking up. I'm probably playing a little bit of college football 25. I'm checking in on all the pregame stuff. I'm all about it. I think that I'm so excited for this matchup. This is what we've kind of waited for the entire season. Obviously. Okay, before we sign off, really no, we'll do it different. But yeah, I think that ultimately this is Ohio State is the national championship after this game.
Yeah, I'm going to Ohio State as well. And I will say they did announce that College Football 26 drops this summer. I will not be buying it because I'm going to be playing College Football 25 for the next 5 years at least. Like, why would you buy once a year college football when like the players are interchangeable in college football? Like, I don't see why you would do it.
I'm good.
Well, you guys let us know in the comments how you're feeling. Please like and please subscribe. Please, we're almost to 500. And we will see you next time.
Later.
Peace.